So a lot of talk has been around Freddie Potts after our win against Newcastle. That was his first start. People don't realise, by the way, that was his first start for West Ham United in the Premier League, which is what we've been crying out for, especially under the previous manager in Graham Potter, but under Nuno as well. Because we're thinking, okay, new manager, is he actually going to play the young players? And it took him a very long time to actually get around to the fact that maybe I should actually start a competent starting 11 to win a couple games. And we won one game. So hopefully we can win our second on Saturday as well. But going back to Freddie Potts, Nuno finally gives him a chance playing with Fernandez and Paquetá. But the rise from Freddie Potts has always been like imminent. To be honest with you, we're getting a lot of comparisons from our own fan base to Declan Rice because, well, one, we're starving. Two, um, we haven't replaced Declan Rice properly with the people that we've put in place. I do finally think that Magassa and Freddie Potts will be the guys to fill in. You can't really replace Declan Rice because of how much he gave us, to be completely honest with you. But with Freddie Potts there, it's good that we didn't have to spend money on two players there this season anyway. Little did we know we had someone in our academy that was better than most of our first team players. But to be fair, if he actually did grow 2 years ago, then he probably wouldn't be the same player he is now. And he's still very raw, and it still is one start. So I want people to calm down a little bit. But at the same time, I do think he should be starting most of the games for West Ham, or just swapping in place with Magassa and slowly being integrated into a proper first team player in terms of a starter. But Freddie Potts has always been on the rise. And to be honest with you, as I've said multiple times before, I am not the I'm not really one of these people that like I'll say 3, 4 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago or 4 years ago. I'm not too sure. I remember watching him like regularly for the youth team, like just when it's on YouTube and stuff. And watching him like he's not really anything special to me. Like, and the reason why I was saying that is because like it's not like he's playing bad, but what I'm seeing, he's a footballer, but is he just here, still here because he's related to his dad, who's a West Ham legend? We'll see. We'll see. And then when I first saw him in pre-season, like obviously we went to Australia for some reason to face Tottenham, even though you could have faced Tottenham at fucking Hackney Marshes, let alone Australia. Um, we faced Tottenham and we faced some Australian team. I can't remember. We played 2 games in Australia. Called up a lot of youngsters. Gideon Godoa was there as well. Skamaka played his last games for West Ham there. Um, and that was the first pre-season where Freddie Potts really shone. I can't remember who he played alongside, but he played really well. I think he played. It was probably alongside Suchek, I'd imagine. But Freddie Potts played well, but I'm not thinking at the time. Okay, well, Freddie Potts, he's definitely going to be a first team player one day. But at the same time, people like Kevin Nolan, Colton Cole, etc., or the people that were in the club were talking about Freddie Potts as one of the guys that maybe one day could break through. And he was being interviewed. I was watching a little more things to see and gather whether he's ready. To be honest with you, but my whole thing was okay. What youngsters are next when it comes to West Ham United? Who's actually going to break through? Who's on the cusp right now? So Freddie Potts went on loan to Wickham, and this was the season under David Moyes. That pre-season I was just talking about when we went to Australia. So at this time it's under David Moyes. This David Moyes last season after we just won uh, the Conference League. And we were facing a Tottenham that had just got Ange Postecoglou, I'm pretty sure, in that pre-season and some random Australian team. So he goes on loan to Wickham. We're hearing a lot of good things week in, week out. I'm obviously not tuning into the Wickham games, but because I don't remember the last time I watched a League One game that wasn't a playoff game, to be honest with you. Um, but I'm hearing a lot of good things, especially online about Freddie Potts really kicking in for Wickham, like really, really doing well. I'm thinking, okay, fair enough. If you can perform at a really high level in League One, you might be able to, jump ahead of your development and maybe be a squad player in the Prem for next season. Because some players can do that. Um, and if you're playing that much, like at a high level in League One, where you're basically like performing week in week out, and you're too good for the league, that means you're more than ready in the Championship. And most players that are ready in the Championship can play as in the squads as a Premier League player. They can. They can. So the next year, he actually gets another chance in preseason under Julian Lopetegui. And do you know what's so funny? If you go to some of my old videos, let me just share this real quick. This video here, Cresswell X, because Cresswell looked heavily washed in this game. I think I can't remember whether it was the Wolves game. I don't remember. I think it might have been Crystal Palace when we faced Wolves and Palace in not like a summer series. It was some American thing. Potts tick and Kudus cooking because Kudus was cooking. But the problem is he kept playing Kudus on the left and Corday on the right. I'm pretty sure, which pissed me off because Kudus obviously not a left winger. Um, but I maintain, by the way, Lopetegui still should have got more out of Kudus, despite my criticisms of him. He still should have got more out of him because, yeah, it was quite obvious who the problem was anyway. But at the same time, my criticism of Kudus at the back end more under Potter. When you look back at it, he just wanted to leave. I hear it, but my opinion still stays of the fact that he's better running into space and he's not some fucking Neymar that everyone claims he is. But the reason why there's a tick for Potts is because Potts played really well. And a lot of us were talking about Freddy Potts from that preseason, by the way. Look how different the channel is in terms of thumbnails and stuff. But yeah, Freddy Potts playing really, really well. Really, really well in these preseason. We're thinking we need midfielders. Maybe this guy has a chance to slowly put himself into the squad, etc. And I'm just thinking maybe, but just because the reason why I say maybe is just because like he's just played a League One last season. He's played a League One last season, so it's like maybe find him another loan, then maybe give him another chance. We'll see. So then, Colton Colby, the loan manager as well, he's been very crucial to helping young players get better loans, etc. For the most part, he's done quite well with that as well because Gideon Kadoa had an alright time at Wickham. He missed one with Callum Marshall onto West Brom. I thought he'd do well under Carlos Corberán. Corberán clearly didn't want him, so he never got to play, but etc. Anyway, Potts went to Portsmouth, and lo and behold, you get Portsmouth fans saying this is one of the best players I've seen at Portsmouth in a very long time. And when you watch, when you look at the reactions of Freddie Potts getting his debut for West Ham as a starter, just a lot of Portsmouth and Wickham fans being very proud of the guy. Just honest, worked hard, technical ability, did his best. Boom, 2 very successful loans, and then yeah, he's in the first team now. So after a very successful loan with Portsmouth, it's like, okay, we're ready now. We're ready to see Freddie Potts. So we're seeing him in preseason, and we're thinking, well, he's starting a lot of preseason games. So maybe he's actually going to get his chance. And lo and behold, Graham Potter decides to play Guido Rodriguez at the start against Sunderland, and we lose 3-0. Not just because of the midfield, but because of how the whole team was structured, etc. And the team was structured horribly, to be completely honest with you. So Freddie Potts kicking in, like, which I'm just thinking, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Why everyone's so angry? Why he's not starting at this current moment in time? He didn't start against Chelsea. Only came on for like 20 minutes, and we already looked like. I don't know when he came on at halftime. I think he even came on at halftime with like 30 minutes or something. But he already made our midfield look better. But by the time our midfield was looking better, we were already getting slapped. So it didn't fucking matter. To be honest, it didn't matter. We was already getting slapped. It was already getting slapped apart. So it was just like, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So what I will say is we've been waiting a very, very long time, but it's worth the wait. Is he the next Declan Rice? No. And the reason why is because he's the new he's Freddy Potts. Like, I don't like doing this whole is he the next this, is he the next that? No. They're both very different players as well. Declan Rice more of a driver, and as much as he would like to win the ball higher up the pitch as well, he didn't really get a chance to most of the time at West Ham because of the managers we had. But Freddie Potts does have good ball winning ability. I need to watch more. I need to see more of him to compare that ability to Declan Rice, because Declan Rice is probably one of his best abilities, just winning the ball at any second and destroying counter attacks at any point when being hit on the break. And Freddie Potts has shown that against people like Tadali, Joe Linton, Gimaresh, etc. on the weekend. He's more a technical player in terms of like getting the ball, keeping it ticking a lot more. He's better at that. He hasn't got the switch that Declan Rice has, the diagonal switch. They're just different players. They're different type of midfielders, and it would have been nice to see them play together, but it's a shame. It is what it is. To be honest with you, he's not the next Declan Rice. He's the new Freddy Potts. He is the one and only Freddy Potts. So let's not put him like in mad conversations after one start. Let's not. Uh, let's just keep our feet on the ground. We've been waiting for him to start for a very long time, and I'm happy he is. And that's all I can really say right now. But I'm glad he's here, and he's not just here because of nepotism or anything like that. He's here because he deserves to be, and he's a missing piece in the puzzle. So yeah. Make sure to smash the likes and subscribe if you're new. Social medias are in the description if you want to follow me and email for the inquiries. And yeah, chat to you guys in a bit. Take care.